I don't hear any music. Simmy, can you hear me? Okay,
I can hear you.
I don't hear any music though.
Oh, that's all right.
I can hear the music.
I don't hear nothing.
Well,
Can you hear the music?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
you can hear me though, can't you, Stephanie?
Yeah.
That's all that counts.
Yeah.
So welcome. We had a few glitches at the beginning, but we fine. We okay. Everything's just wonderful. And I hope you guys have had a wonderful evening, a day today rather. And I hope you are enjoying yourself this evening. I'm glad you're with us tonight on the SIMMIE Braxton Show. And I'm your host, SIMMIE Braxton. And I have my co-host with me, Miss Stephanie Beard, doing her thing in the streets tonight. And if you've been with us on a regular basis, you know that we have a segment in the show called In the Streets, where we talk about the current events and things that people are talking about every day. That's talking about. They talking about it, and they, it's just a very popular thing that they talking about. The current events. I'm excited because Stephanie, she brings to my attention some of the things that you watch on the news, or if you watch the news, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. So we're gonna bring her on in a little bit, and I want to do an affirmation because I'm always doing affirmations. I'm gonna bring it, and after that, I'm gonna do about 3 affirmations. Those of you who have been following me. And the affirmations, when you say the affirmations, you have to feel the affirmation, So I'm gonna start with love. I am love. Love and compassion guide my actions, bringing joy and harmony to all my relationships. I am deeply connected to my own heart, allowing love to inspire my decisions and choices. Love is my true nature, and I let it shine brightly for all to see. I keep my heart open, even in the face of adversity, pain, or struggle. Love is the life force that fuels me. All is love. I am love. I am well. As I stand in my vitality, I am able to live vibrantly and fully. Every day becomes easier and easier for me to make healthy choices that help me feel great. In this moment, I feel well and continuously take inspired action to support this way of life. My well-being is nurtured by the choices I make every day. I am vibrant, I am radiant, and I am well. And the last one is I am calm. I breathe deeply and fully, allowing each breath to bring me a sense of calm and clarity. I release the need to rush or hurry, and I embrace a pace of life that allows me to feel at ease. I move gracefully through life with a centered and grounded attitude. I trust in my ability to overcome any obstacle with grace and flow. I am mindful in my movements, thoughts, and words. My calmness is nourishing to others. I choose the path of ease. Let that sink in. Let that soak in. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth slowly. Relax the shoulders. Relax the body. Now, let's get ready for In the Streets. So, we're going to let Stephanie do In the Streets. She's going to open up with the conversation within the streets. So bring it on, Stephanie.
Thank you, Simmy. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yo, what's up, family? It's your girl, Laker Girl, and you already know what time it is. Welcome to In the Streets.
Yeah.
Right here on the SIMMIE Braxton Show. I'm bringing you the real, the raw, the headlines, the heat, and everything in between.
All right.
The culture is talking. Simmy, from the court to the corner, from Hollywood to the hood. If it's trending, I'm tracking it. So buckle up because we're hitting the pavement and getting into what's popping in the streets.
All right.
All right. So it's a lot going on, of course, with Trump. I call him Chump because he's a chump, but you guys know who I'm talking about. And just recently, Simi, he didn't did some illegal shit out there, going over to Venezuela and taking their president and his wife. I mean, just went over there and basically kidnapped him. They say captured, but to me, he kidnapped him. And in doing that, I feel like it's a illegal thing that he's done, but he's done it. He don't think anything could touch him, and obviously nothing can touch him. Anytime you could go over there and take a president from their country. I
Yeah.
mean, that is so insane for someone to be able to do that. Um, the United States has captured the sitting president of Venezuela and brought him to the U.S. to face charges,
Mm-hmm.
something that has almost never happened in modern history. Legal experts worldwide are saying this violated international law because no country is
Yeah.
legally allowed to cease another country's president without the United Nations approval or a declared war, and neither of those happened.
Wow.
Some lawmakers are calling Trump's action impeachable. But because the Republicans control Congress, impeachment is likely to pass right now. And Trump is not going to jail over this anytime soon. So,
Wow.
right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I wonder if the United Nations are going to step in and say something about that.
Well,
Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's, saying, "Hey, man, what's up?" Like China or
I
anybody
mean,
like
yes.
that.
Yes, all other countries are taken back. They're like, what? How can he do this? If he can do this, can we do this? Can we go in and basically capture, kidnap another country's president? Because that's what he's done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and he's gotten away with it so far. I
Wow.
think I don't know. And now I think oil is in play because there was another article about him, controlling the oil from over there in Venezuela. So I think it's a money play at the same time, but also um I think that Trump is dealing with dementia, and we talked about this before. And he's a malignant narcissist. And if you don't know what a malignant narcissist is, please look it up. He has every bit of characteristic of a malignant narcissist.
Wow.
So yeah. So right
That's
now,
insane.
that's crazy. That's what's going on in this crazy
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. So
Um,
you think there's going to be a war behind this?
it could
Is
be.
it possible?
It could be. It could be. He could if a war starts. I think he does want. I think he doesn't care about anything, of course. So I could see him having his name attached to a war. He got his
Uh-huh.
name attached to everything else. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll keep watching that story to see how it plays out. While he's in office, he has immunity. No one can really say, "Hey, let's go get Trump and prosecute him for doing this," because he's in office. But once
Yeah.
he's out of office, he is free game. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I mean, he's
Yeah.
in what? This is his first completed year. Today is January 6th. So this is of course, another anniversary of when he took over the riots.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the man is
So
crazy.
yeah.
Hopefully he'll catch this flu that I'm about to talk about, and
Okay.
this flu takes him out. There's this new flu, Simi, that's going around. It typically here the symptoms are really typically start suddenly. You have fever, chills, cough, a sore throat, runny, stuffy nose, body aches, headaches, and fatigue.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people I know are getting sick. Like there, there are kids. I read a story about um, this little young boy, 6 years old, passed away from this flu. So you got to be careful out here. It does resemble COVID-19 symptoms. Key indicators are sudden onset of the fever and the body aches and tiredness. So it's distinguished with milder colds, and it does require medical attention for emergency signs like trouble breathing. A lot of people are,
Yeah.
they can't breathe. So it's very similar to COVID back in the day. So definitely
Wow.
you guys stay healthy out there.
Yeah.
I do tell people about natural remedies like the
Yeah.
the onion potion. It really works. I've been around these some sick people and I have not caught it. And just real quick, you guys, if you want to, it's an easy, simple recipe. You cut up a red onion. You
Okay.
cut up a red onion. You boil it.
Uh-huh.
You boil
Boil it.
it, and then you strain it.
Okay.
You pour it, some of it in a cup, and then you
Okay.
add a couple of teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil.
Oh, olive
And
oil.
then
Okay.
from there, you add in some honey, or if you can't do honey, do 100% agave in there. And I guarantee you, when you drink that, you will feel so much better. And the remaining portion of it, you just freeze it in a ice cube tray. And so every time you want to take it, you just take a couple of cubes, you put it in a coffee cup, put some hot water in it, do the same, repeat the same with the virgin olive oil and the honey. I've been drinking it every other day, and luckily I have
Wow.
not gotten sick. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
works. It definitely works, you guys. It definitely works. So try that. Now we're going to get into. I wanted to get into the California laws, the new laws that are
Okay.
happening in California since we're
Okay.
here on the West Coast. So some of the new laws that are taking place. Let me see. Let me go to my notes here.
Okay.
Um, all right.
Yeah.
So in California, we have beginning January 1st, which was 6 days ago or 5 days ago,
Right.
apartments are required to come equipped with a refrigerator and a stove, as well as basic appliances that many reasonable renters expect will also be required. So
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
That is.
Um,
Hi, it's the
stores,
Rennie is here.
yeah, stores will only be allowed to distribute recycled paper bags to customers at the point of sale. Uh, this change
So
this change follows to the state's 2014 ban on single-use plastic bags. So
you,
stores may also charge you a minimum of 10 cents per bag. That's the minimum. Now
for
it's
for for
20 cents.
for paper bags,
Yes.
they charge you for because I noticed that when I went to the store, they changed from plastic to paper,
Yeah.
and they're gonna start charging 10 cents for paper bags
Some
because
stores are charging.
the plastic bags they're more sturdier than the paper
Well,
bags.
yeah, they don't like using plastic no more because of the environment, of course. But
Okay.
some of the minimum, if you notice, I said the minimum of 10 cents. Now it's 20 cents in some stores. I went to the store the other day and they said, "You want a bag?" I said, "No, I'm good." And then I said, "Yeah." She said 20 cents. I said, "No, I'm good then." I mean, I know it's just 20 cents, but still.
Wow.
Yeah, but I bag with me nowadays. Okay, so video streaming services are now banned from making the volume of ads louder than the video that consumers are watching. And that will take effect in July. So video streaming services are banned from making the volume of ads. You know how you get all those damn ads?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they come out loud they'd be really loud. So now
Okay.
they're banning that. So I'm happy about that. But it doesn't take effect until July of 2026.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Also, California becomes the first state in the nation to require restaurants to list major food allergens on their menus. And that also takes effect in July of 2026.
Okay.
Okay. And
All
then
right.
the law requires California K through 12 schools to provide all gender restrooms, ensuring inclusive facilities for all students, especially those with diverse gender identities by July 1st, 2026, with specific signage and designated staff contact points. Wow.
So, is this for elementary schools?
K through 12.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, that's a whole show right there.
That's a whole
That's a
show.
whole show.
Yes, it is.
That's a whole show.
Yes, it is. And last but not least, all
Uh,
public K through school 12 schools must implement policies limiting or prohibiting student phone use, and that will take place by July 1st, 2026.
okay.
Yeah.
So
And
everything's
so,
happening in July.
yeah,
My
yeah,
birthday's in July on July 2nd.
yeah, I
So
know.
the day before my birthday, those laws will take effect.
Those laws will take effect.
That's
And
cool.
so we're going to end it with what happened in the NFL. A
Oh yeah.
lot of coaches got
Yeah,
released.
yeah. That was crazy. Well,
Yeah.
I'm a Raider fan, and I'm glad they got rid of Pete Carroll.
Well, Pete Carroll came out of retirement to coach the Raiders. But he's leaving with $30 million. So he could go right back into retirement. It's no
He made a
problem.
good chunk of change too while he was there.
30 million. 30 million to be exact.
Wow.
So, but the coach that I was hoping who
Uh
did get fired was Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns, so he
huh.
did get released. However, the New York Giants are currently looking at him to coach
Oh,
the New York
Kevin
Giants.
Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski, the one that was
Yes,
coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. Correct. He was released, but now he has other people that are looking at him to hire
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
But I'm happy that he's no longer around Shador, because now Shador can shine. And the Cleveland Browns, they won their last 2 games. Just think if
Yeah.
he would have had
The opportunity.
Shador.
Yeah.
Just think if he started Shador in the beginning of the season. They probably could even made the playoffs, because
Well,
their division was very weak anyway.
it would have given him an opportunity to develop,
Yes.
as a young quarterback. It would have given him a better opportunity to develop and to see what he can, become.
Yes.
So I wish him the best.
Me
Because
too.
I want to see the guy. I want to see him succeed.
I
You know?
do too. I love
Yeah.
Shador. And it's the
Yeah.
only reason why I watched football and I watched Cleveland. I've never wanted to watch Cleveland. And I think, rest in peace to Lynn Tolliver, because that was his team. And
Right.
if Lynn Tolliver was alive today, Lynn would be very excited about this team right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Also, let me see real quick. The Ravens coach Harbaugh, he was released. The Ravens,
Harbaugh?
yes,
Harbaugh?
yes,
I didn't hear that.
yes, he was released. He was fired postseason just recently. They didn't make the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the one of the NFL's longest tenured coach, and he was
Yeah.
fired. We already mentioned Stefanski and Pete Carroll. We have Gannon, who is the Arizona Cardinals
Uh-huh.
coach. He was released, and also the bowl of the New York Giants. So those
Wow.
were the coaches that were released recently.
I'm really
And
surprised about the
I
Harbaugh
know
thing.
everybody was surprised with
Because
Harbaugh. Yeah.
he wasn't a bad coach.
No, he was a good coach, but
Yeah, he was a good coach.
they let him
And they
go. They let him go.
wow,
So
that's gonna be something different for them next year.
yeah, for sure. And I was
Whoever,
surprised though. I mean, you look at all the NFL teams that didn't make the playoffs. You got the Kansas City Chiefs that didn't make it, which I'm happy about. I don't like them anyway.
yeah,
So
I was too. I got tired of the Chiefs,
yeah.
because I got tired of Taylor Swift.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
God. I think she put a hex on them. That's probably why they haven't been winning. They deserve every bit of it, but I'm glad they're not in it. And of course, I love the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm hoping that they win it all this season. I love Jalen Hurts. He's my
Yeah,
favorite.
I like the Eagles too. This has been a real exciting football season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I've only
it's been a
watched a few games.
no, it's been a real exciting season. A lot of teams are stepping up. Different teams, different names. You know,
Mhm.
uh, the Seattle Seahawks, they're good.
Yeah, I've seen
Uh,
that. Heard.
you know, they got a good defense, and their quarterback has been doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, not Carolina, well, yeah, the Carolina Panthers, but what's the uh,
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville,
Yeah,
Jacksonville, yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars.
yeah,
They're doing good. Yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars, they're doing a good job, and they got good quarterbacks. It's fun to see different people stepping up and getting noticed in the NFL like that.
yeah,
So I enjoy it. It's competitive. You don't really know who's gonna really win,
yeah.
and even the Steelers look pretty good.
Okay.
Even with Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
he looked really good the other day. Yeah,
Well, the
you know,
the Cleveland Browns did beat them, so I was excited about that game. That's the only reason why I know that Aaron is on that team because I was watching the Cleveland Browns play them, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty good for Shador, to be able to beat the Steelers." So,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
but
So
it was a decent game, and then their last game, which was this past Sunday, they played Cincinnati, and they beat them. I mean, a lot of mistakes I'm sure Shador made, but they came out the winner. So I like that.
that's good.
So
That's
that
good.
ends in
Okay.
the streets with your girl, Laker girl, and I'm gonna turn
Thank
it
you
back
very
over to
much.
you, my bro,
Okay.
Jimmy
And we
Braxton. I'm
always
here
enjoy
listening.
we always enjoy what you bring to the table on the show.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay. So
thank you
now
so.
it's time for the soul stroke portion. We're gonna move through this. We've been talking about the power of your subconscious mind. Um, we've been talking about what the subconscious mind really is. We've been talking about how the subconscious mind is programmed. Uh, why affirmations sometimes don't work. This is where people get frustrated. They say, I've been affirming, I've been visualizing, I've been manifesting, but nothing happens. And here's why. If your conscious mind says, I'm worthy, but your subconscious mind says, that's not safe, the subconscious wins every single time because it controls the nervous system, it controls the emotional memory, it controls the reaction speed. And that's why repetition without emotional safety doesn't stick. The subconscious learns through emotion. The subconscious learns through repetition. It learns through experience, not force. And healing is not about convincing your mind. It's about retraining your nervous system. Your reality is a mirror. And here's the part that can feel confronting, but also liberating. Your outer world is not random, it's reflective, not as a punishment, but as information. Your relationship reflects your attachment patterns. Your finances reflect your beliefs about receiving. Your energy levels reflect your relationship with rest and work. And here's why. Your subconscious mind responds to what you expect, not what you desire. So When you begin asking, what belief would someone with this reality hold, you shift from victimhood to authorship. Nothing changes until the belief changes. So this is how you begin reprogramming. Reprogramming doesn't start with action. It starts with curiosity. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me? Ask, what learned belief is running this? Instead of forcing positivity, practice compassionate awareness. Now, we talked about these three fundamental shifts before, and I'm going to be talking about these things, and we're going to go over and over some of the same things those of you who have been with me on a regular basis so that it can seep in, so that it can settle in. Here are three fundamental shifts. Slow your reaction. Every pause weakens an old program. Number two, feel before you fix. The subconscious heals through emotional validation. Number three, new emotional evidence. Small, safe wins rewire beliefs faster than big leaps. Now, this isn't overnight work. It's devotional work. You have to devote time to it. But every layer that you heal, it returns your power. And it's liberating to realize that you're not broken. You're just responding to old information that can finally be updated, if you will. And here's what I want you to remember. Your subconscious mind isn't your enemy. It's your protector. It kept you alive. It kept you adapted. It did its job beautifully. But you are no longer the version of you that needed those defenses. And when you lead with patience instead of pressure, your mind follows. You don't create reality by forcing it. You create it by becoming safe enough to receive it. And when safety becomes your foundation, your baseline, reality has no choice but to respond differently. So now, let's move on to something else. Manifestation and the subconscious mind. But before I begin, I want you to settle. Not just your body, your expectation. This is not an episode that you just rush through. This is one that you allow to sit inside, you know. So wherever you are, let your shoulders soften. Unclench your jaw. Let your breath deepen, not intentionally, but naturally. So we're talking about manifestation, but not the version you see online, not the version that tells you to think harder, to affirm louder, or to pretend that pain doesn't exist. We're talking about the manifestation through the subconscious mind, the part of you that's always listening, the part of you that's always responding, the part of you that's always creating. And whether you're aware of it or not, it's there, whether you're aware of it or not. And the truth is, you don't manifest what you want. You manifest what feels safe to your subconscious. This conversation will change the way you relate to desire, to timing, to patience, and to yourself. What manifestation really is? Manifestation is not magic. It's alignment. It's the moment when your thoughts, your emotions, your nervous system, and your beliefs all agree on the same outcome. And it must, and most people struggle because it's not because you're doing it wrong, but because they're trying to manifest from the conscious mind. And you can't do that. The conscious mind wants quickly. The subconscious mind wants safety. So your subconscious mind is going to ask, will this disrupt my survival? Will this change who I am? Will this cost me connection? Will this overwhelm me? And if the answer feels like yes, even if the desire is good, manifestation stalls. Not as a punishment, but as protection. And this is why wanting is not enough. You can want abundance and still believe that struggle makes you worthy. You can want love and still associate intimacy with loss. You can want peace and still feel unsafe without chaos. So the subconscious mind keeps recreating the familiar because familiarity equals safety. This is why people say, I keep manifesting the opposite. I'm doing the work, but nothing's changing. I feel blocked. You're not blocked, you're conditioned. And there's a role that the nervous system plays. Manifestation is a nervous system event. Your body, if your body is braced, if your breath is shallow, if your system is always on alert, expansion will feel like danger. So before reality changes, your capacity must expand. Let's pause here. Take a slow inhale through the nose. Let it reach the belly and release through the mouth. See, your body must learn that receiving is safe. Rest is allowed. Joy doesn't need to be earned. This is why embodiment matters more than visualization. Reprogramming reprogramming the subconscious does not happen through pressure. Okay? Reprogramming the subconscious does not happen through pressure. It happens through permission. Permission to slow down. Feel what you feel. Name what you learn. Release what no longer fits. And ask yourself gently, when did I learn this belief? Who benefited from me believing this? Is this still true now? No force, just awareness. And every time you respond differently, even slightly, you weaken an old pattern and repetition rewires. Here's what really actually works. Visualization paired with relaxed breathing. Affirmations spoken only when they feel neutral or soothing. Journaling, okay, that asks why, not just what. Celebrating micro shifts instead of chasing outcomes. Manifestation becomes effortless when it's not desperate. The universe responds to trust, not urgency. And what's meant for you doesn't need to be chased. I'm going to say that again. What's meant for you doesn't need to be chased. It needs to be received. You need to know how to receive what it is that you desire. Let's talk about detachment and divine timing. And when you detach, when you let go, okay, detachment isn't giving up. It's letting go of control. It's trusting what aligning behind the scenes. It's bigger. Trusting what's behind the scene is bigger than what you can see right now. No, it's an inner knowing that you know that it's something there bigger than what you can even imagine, what you can even wrap your head around. Sometimes delay is integration. Sometimes pause is protection. Sometimes waiting is preparation. Breathe that in. Breathe that in. You're not behind. You're becoming. And here's what I want you to leave with you. Your subconscious mind is always listening. not to your words, but to your state. So choose softness, choose patience, choose compassion. Manifestation is not about being someone else. It's about remembering who you were before conditioning. And when safety becomes your baseline, reality reality reorganizes effortlessly. Let me say that again. When safety becomes your baseline, reality reorganizes effortlessly. Let's talk about emotional blocks and receiving energy. You This is why you can desire something and still yet repel it. Okay? A lot of people, don't realize that you can want something and still repel it. But before we talk about emotional blocks, I want you to arrive in your body. Arrive in your body, not intellectually, not conceptually, but physically. Okay? So wherever you are, let your shoulders drop. Let your breath move lower into your body. Inhale gently through the nose. Pause for a moment at the top and release slowly through the mouth. There you go. Okay, an emotional block? Let's talk about emotional block. An emotional block is not resistance. An emotional block is not stubbornness. An emotional block is not failure. An emotional block is stored protection. Stored protection. It is the emotional memory of what overwhelmed you. It is the emotional memory of what disappointed you, what cost you safety, what hurt you once too deeply. So when something good approaches, the subconscious doesn't ask, is this exciting? It asks, is this familiar? And if your nervous system learned that love leads to loss, attention leads to pressure, success leads to burnout, visibility leads to criticism, then receiving will feel threatening, even when it's what you want. This is not self-sabotage, it's self-preservation. And this is why receiving is harder than manifesting. Most people think it's hard, the hardest part is getting. But energetically, the hardest part is holding. Holding joy, holding abundance, holding ease, holding love without bracing for impact. Because receiving requires openness. And openness requires safety. You got to feel safe to be able to open up. So if you learn to survive by staying alert, if you learn to love through effort, if you learn that rest made things fall apart, then your system may tighten when things go well. Not conscientiously, but automatically, because that's the way you've been getting down. The body has a role, it plays a big role in receiving. Your body is the gatekeeper of receiving energy. So if your breath is shallow, if your jaw is tight, if your chest feels guarded, energy cannot land. So let's pause here. Pause for a moment. Put one hand on your chest, one on your lower body, belly, and breathe slowly. Inhale. Let the body rise. Exhale. Let the body soften. Receiving is a somatic experience, not a mental one. Your body must learn, I don't need to prepare for the other shoe to drop. We have some common emotional blocks that repel receiving. Let me name a few. Guilt about having more than others. Fear of being seen or judged. Belief that rest equals laziness. Fear of losing what you gain. Identity tied to struggles. These blocks don't disappear by arguing with them. They don't go anywhere like that. They soften when they are acknowledged without shame and with compassion. Ask yourself quietly, what am I afraid would happen if this actually worked? That answer is the one that holds the key. You have to relearn how to receive. Receiving is a skill. And like any other skill, it's learned in small, safe increments. Start with receiving compliments without deflecting, receiving help without over-explaining, receiving rest without justification. Let your system experience nothing bad happen. Repetition creates trust. You don't need to force yourself open. You need to teach your body that it's safe to stay open. Your capacity to receive is directly linked to your self-worth. You have to know that you're worthy. Not the affirmational kind, the embodied kind. The kind that says, I don't need to earn rest. The kind that says, I don't need to suffer to deserve. The kind that says, I don't need to prove my value. Receiving energy responds to permission, not pressure. The universe does not reward exhaustion, it responds to coherence. Let's slow this down all the way. Receiving does not require chasing. It requires availability. Availability happens when you trust your timing. You honor your limits. You stop abandoning yourself. Take one more breath with me. Inhale gently. Exhale fully. Let yourself land. And so, here's what I want you to carry with you. You're not blocked. You're protected. And protection can be updated. Receiving doesn't demand more effort from you. It asks for more softness, more compassion. And when your nervous system feels safe enough to receive, life responds differently. Not louder, not faster, but more steadily, more consistently, more lovingly. Let this work unfold slowly. So you don't need to rush what's learning to trust you. Let me say it again. You don't need to rush what's learning to trust you. You don't need to rush. All things work together for your eternal good. In perfect timing, at the right time, at the right moment. Open yourself up and allow the things that you desire to be received. Nothing bad gonna happen. It's yours. It's yours. So we're gonna end right there. And I'm hoping that something that was said or done has been encouraging to you. That's the main objective. That's why we do this, to encourage you and to allow you to use these. We're going to go over and over and over again until we get it. The ones that's riding with me, ride with me. We're gonna be overcomers. We're gonna, just bit by bit, molehill after molehill, so that we'll have the strength to climb that big mountain that's ahead of us. So, on behalf of Miss Stephanie Beard, let me see the butterfly. I always get the butterfly in here. We're gonna wrap it up. You still with me? Can you hear me, Stephanie? Oh, I don't hear your mic.
I said I was listening to the show, doing the breathing
Oh,
exercise.
okay, good.
Yeah. I was just cleaning off my desk. My desk is a mess.
Wait, let me see. Wait, hold on. probably asleep.
You said she probably sleep. She probably is.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. On behalf of myself, Stephanie Beard, I want you to thank you all for listening. Tell somebody to tell somebody. We'll be back next week. Do it all over again. Oh wait, here she is. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, say what you gonna say. Hold on.
Hello, all.
What it do, butterfly?
Oh, I don't know. I just want to thank you all for calling or tuning in or whatever it may be. And Grace told me to say next time, pay attention to her, Simi. She said she was on the last show. She was saying hello, and I don't see where you see the comments at. So, Grace.
I don't know. I don't know. It's 4 people here right now. I don't know who it is though.
Oh, okay. This was, I guess, the last show.
No.
All righty. All right. I want to thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Late. And you guys, make sure you guys tune in.
Okay.
Let me plug my show. Everybody tune in Monday, 7 a.m. Friday, 7 a.m. If you want to learn about stocks and options, if you want to build your bag and secure the bag, tune in every Monday morning here on the J King Network with your girl Stephanie Beard. I'm telling you, if you
what time?
7 a.m. in the morning. 7
Okay.
a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday morning and Friday morning. Secure the bag with me, your Laker girl, breaking it down in very detail for you to learn how to, make that money. And just, it's not, it can be very easy if you're disciplined. And that's the key word with the show, being disciplined and learning and listening. So tune in, you guys. Make sure you tune in. Peace out.
That's cool. Well, that's it. We're done. Take care of yourself and come back next week and tell somebody to tell somebody. And always remember, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that
Hey,
me,
Bill Red, I see you. Peace out,
that
y'all.
me, USB, I truly do love you, my friends. Take care. We're gone.